So my name is Heather Stubbs, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce our juror for our 12th annual Juried show. And our juror's name is Wendy Rayson-Kerr. And Wendy is the curator at the John M. Parrott Gallery in Belleville. She grew up in Montreal and began studying fine arts immediately after high school. She holds a diploma in fine arts from John Abbott College, and from Concordia University, she holds a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Studio Arts and both a Bachelor of Fine Arts and a Master's of Fine Arts in Art History. So this lady really knows her stuff, and we're very glad that she was here. Wendy took time out of her career to focus on her family, and anybody that has tried to balance a career plus a home, husband, and children knows that that's often what women have to do. But in 2007, the family found itself in Belleville. Wendy accepted a part-time position at the Parrott Gallery, and that transitioned into a full-time position at the Belleville Public Library as a librarian assistant. And the library is just the floor below the Parrott Gallery, if you know Belleville. And then in 2020, the position of the curator of the Parrott Gallery came open. And of course, Wendy, being completely, fully qualified for that position, leapt at the chance and she's never looked back. It's a busy job, though, because at the Parrott Gallery, Wendy curates rotating exhibitions in 3 large galleries, a corridor display, and display cabinets. And so that amounts to over 20 exhibitions a year. So that's a very busy time. Wendy's had opportunity to meet artists from all over Ontario, but particularly in the Quinte area, being Belleville. But she's very excited to be able to meet some of the artists in this area too. So please join me in the great delight of welcoming our juror for this year, Wendy Rayson-Kerr.
Thank you very much. That was nice. You have your paper, but you're not reading it, so I'm probably going to look at mine. So.
I'm a performer. I know how to do it.
If I don't write it down, I know I forget to mention things, but when I write it down, I tend to read, so I'll try not to read the rest. Thank you very much for inviting me to the team here at the gallery. It's beautiful. This is my first time being in the gallery as well, so it's lovely. I won't talk about me because you already covered quite a bit. I was asked to explain how I chose the work to be in the show. So I'm going to try and do that. I didn't expect it to be easy. This is the first jury show that I've juried. Seen quite a few though, been in them myself. I didn't anticipate how difficult it would be. There were 99 pieces submitted, and I was asked to select 30, so 2/3 had to be eliminated, and they fit the 36 that I eventually gave them, so that's great. There were so many. They were all exceptional. I was really impressed, I have to say that. The other thing is that the work was, I only saw the digital images, as I'm sure you all know, which was a challenge in itself. But I also had several days, so that was great to have the time, because I definitely went back and looked at the work over and over again. Things changed. I got down from 99 to 75 and said, how am I going to get 30? But I kept at it. Submitting your work into a juried show is putting your heart and soul out there to be judged, and it's hard. I've been there, and I know it's hard to do. So there were so many pieces that had to be cut from the collection that could have easily been in there. So I was, honestly, I know I'm going to say this a few times, beautiful work, and congratulations to all of you who are in this show. A fact about juried shows is that you're at the mercy of somebody else's opinions and preferences. I know jurors are often educated or practiced in the arts, but we still have opinions, and art appreciation is subjective. So I think everybody does realize that. the juried shows that we have at our gallery, which there's usually a couple through every year. As a curator, I often think, really, that's your that's what you chose. We all do that, so you can all now do that for me. But okay. So I thought I'd just kind of give you a bit of an idea. A huge part of enjoying art, to me and to many, involves intuition, feeling, expression, and even just the subject matter. All those choices will influence the viewer. And for me, technique is also really important. So it's my opinion that the work that was chosen is all technically well executed. There is a large variety of different types of art. So whether through media, shape, size, color, I really am hoping that it's a diverse show, which I think it is now that I've seen it. And that's what I was kind of striving for. I'll say this as well, we've had juried shows where the jurors were being inclusive and chose a piece from every artist, and I didn't do that. I didn't know who the artists were anyway, but I kind of looked at it as just by quality, in my opinion. So there are paintings in the show that invite you in or stop you in your tracks. Some works celebrate pure joy of color. Some rely on contrast of black and white. Some bring the satisfaction that only that crisp line can offer, if you know what I mean. There's pastels that stretch the medium to another level. I was blown away at the photography that captures just the awesomeness of nature. Some work brings you in close, just to see that extra detail. In some, you really got to stand back and look at to appreciate it. What else did I say? There's work that makes you laugh and some makes you think. I definitely felt that with a lot of this work, so I thought it was great. So just laugh. The artist creates and shares. The viewer, including the juror, reacts, bringing all their own opinions and prejudices to the show. So I was asked to choose 2 awards. I don't know if I should just go ahead and go through those in. Yeah,
okay.
Just go right ahead. Okay. So I wish I could have chosen more, and I did arrive here today before making the final choices to see them in person. I did stick with what I had thought I was going to choose. It was also very difficult to make these choices. So I'll do my description first. So for the honorable mention, this pastel still life not only shows excellent technique, it also captures a timelessness that I really enjoy. It resonates with me because of the choices made by the artist, the subject matter, the color, the seemingly effortless ability to present a wonderfully composed moment in time. So for honorable mention, I chose Reserve Preserves, the pastel by Susan Tippert.
Ottawa and Toronto.
Yeah, so she's not here, but she'll get it.
Yeah, I'll mail it.
Okay. So, and then for the juror's choice, again, there could have been so many here, but the imagery in this mixed media painting draws you in. The limited color palette and the high contrast helps to create a mood, and even the title adds to the viewer's experience. It has a purposefully flat composition and is seemingly still subject, but it is full of wonderful surprises and directional cues that create movement. This piece simply makes me smile, and I gave the juror's choice to Old Friends, Wisdom and Grace by Linda and Martha. You've got some more words to give it.
That's great.
Thanks again for having me here.
Next we have the Mayor's Award, so I'd like to introduce Mandy Martin, our local mayor. And Mandy, take it away, you're good at talking.
I just have to say that it is such a wonderful gallery, and I want to salute the members of this gallery the cooperative, the artist cooperative who share their space. This is a magical place. I get quite emotional about it. I think art is an expression of so much that we need to express.
Mandy, if you stand up here, everybody will be able to see and hear you. Thank you.
I'll shout.
You have to thank
And I
you.
have been known to do that. I welcome everyone to this magical garden. It is a magical garden of creativity and artistry. We are so honored that you come and see what we have here in Crammy Township, as in Colborne. I salute all who came and submitted their works. As you were saying, it is a brave act, and it's a sharing act. And what strikes me about art and expression is that it is also about memory. Because when you look at something, you're evoking a memory in the person who's observing it. And you don't know where that's going. It's a sharing. It's a sharing. And I was thinking about that today, about memory and the memories we have, or we tamp down or ignore or whatever. And what we have here today, this year, in this 12th juried show, exemplifies a gamut. I'm struck this year by the number of, shall we say, realism, at the number that are realism. We don't have as many abstracts as maybe in other years. And I think perhaps that's a reflection of what we're going through right now socially. We want to know what's real. We want to react, and we want to salute and observe and honor what we have, what we see, the memories we have, and contribute. And to me, that's hopeful. I think it's a sharing. Enough said. My award isn't worth very much money, so you don't have to listen to me any longer. It was absolutely fascinating going through all these works, and I came up. It's such an interesting mix of the artistry. So many techniques, so much expertise. And so the one I chose was, it featured encaustic. It melded encaustic and photography. And I thought, how technically do you do that? And so masterfully. So what I chose was Bluebird by Sandy Randall. I just want to say, it's a masterful thing. The bird is so lifelike. You can expect the feathers to ruffle as you lean in to say, how are you doing? The technical is in no way outweighs the charm of the larger-than-life portrait of one of our natural leaders. I salute you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. And please, see these member artists? They deserve a hand.
They do.
The last thing I want to tell you about is the People's Choice Award, and that will be given at the end of the show, so in 2 months' time. Back there at the back is a large jar and pieces of paper, and as you go through looking at the pieces in the show, please choose which one is your favorite and write the title on a piece of paper and stick it in the jar. And
the artist.
Oh, and sorry, of course, duh. And the artist's name, the title and the artist's name. Put it in the jar, and all those votes will be counted at the end and will be given as the People's Choice Award, which I'm happy to say is a memorial award for my late husband, John Stubbs, who was a founding member of this gallery. So please do put something in the jar for your favorite. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the show. It's just wonderful to see you all here. So thank you so much.